Hey, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share another what I eat in a day. As most of you know, I did lose 50 pounds and I've been able to maintain the weight loss by simply changing my lifestyle, workout routine, and eating habits. So let's get started with breakfast. Today is a super easy and quick option that gives you the balance between something sweet and savory. So today I'm going to use my steamer. I'm going to make hard-boiled eggs. This is something that's great for a busy morning or a snack. You can really eat this any time of the day. It's easy to make the day of or to prep and have on hand. So I'm going to place these guys in the steamer and I'm going to turn this on for 20 minutes. I'll post direct links if you guys want to shop any of the products that I mentioned down below, so be sure to check that out. And I always place my hard-boiled eggs in this container because we also keep regular eggs on hand in its own carton, so this kind of just keeps them separate and helps to identify which one is hard-boiled and which one is not. So then I'm just gonna peel these guys and add some pepper for flavor. I also sometimes like to add this. This is the Everything But Bagel Sesame Seasoning Seed with sea salt, garlic, and onion. I picked this up from Trader Joe's. There's a ton of ways that you guys could use this. Again, it's just a great way to add flavor. So this is going to be the savory part of the breakfast. Moving on to sweet, I'm using the Old Time 647 white bread. This is a great low-calorie, low net carb, low sugar, high fiber option. And to me, I really can't taste the difference, to be honest, between regular bread and this. So I definitely recommend checking this one out if you're looking for something that's lower in sugar, carbs, and fat. So I'm gonna toast this guy up. And then today I'm going to use my blackberry jam. So I switch up jams and jellies all the time. I'm a big fan of the taste. A big thing to look out for when you are shopping for a jelly, jam, etc. is the sugar content and the carb content. So be sure to keep an eye on that. I feel like all of these are hyped up in a lot of brands, which is unnecessary. You also, of course, could use the option of using real berries or doing half and half of real berry and some of the jam, depending on how sweet you want it. So this is the perfect breakfast for a sweet and savory, quick and easy, on-the-go type breakfast. If you guys are interested in more of a breakdown on the nutritional values, I'll also have that listed in the description box. So today was kind of an off day. I didn't do an actual lunch per se. I actually did more snacking, which I tend to do sometimes because I'm more of a grazer. I take a long time to eat. If you've ever eaten a meal with me, you know. I just really like to enjoy my food. So I try to eat slow and also listen to my body. Rather than overeating, I like to listen to when my body says it's full. That's something huge that not a lot of people really think about, but keep that in mind, it's super important. So today, my mom and I are actually preparing this for a party, but it's a super easy, quick and healthy option to do on your own as well. Today we're going to use grape tomatoes, but obviously feel free to use regular sized tomatoes. And we're gonna slice these up. Again, because this is for a party, we're moving it onto a nice platter. But if you're just making it for yourself, feel free to just throw it on whatever. Then we're gonna rip up some basil leaves and place this right over top. Then, of course, my favorite part is the mozzarella cheese. So you can cut this or rip this up depending on the size of your tomato to fit. To top it all off, we're using the Ken Steakhouse light balsamic vinaigrette dressing. And we just lightly drizzle this all over each one. Nothing fancy, just make sure each of them have at least a little bit. And you can add more or less to taste. Also add a little bit of pepper over top for flavor and garnish. Again, this is a great option for hosting or taking to a party, especially in the summertime. This is just a really light and fresh option because when it's so hot out, you don't really want heavy food, or maybe that's just me. But it's a great guilt-free type of snack with a ton of flavor. Moving on to dinner. Obviously, all of these meals are perfect for mixing and matching with. These are not set dietary meal plans by any means. So don't feel like you are bound to a step-by-step when you watch my videos. These are definitely easy to mix and match with. Not only what time of day you choose which meal, but also you can choose different meals from different what I eat in a day videos. Did that make sense? So today we're going to actually use a home chef option. Home Chef is a home delivery food service, but it's super easy to do also on your own. So first we're going to prepare our baking sheet and preheat our oven to 400 degrees. So it's up to you what type of flatbread you would like to use. You could also use a cauliflower crust, etc. But you're going to first pre-bake these for about 5 minutes. While the flatbreads are pre-baking, you can prepare your ingredients. So you're first going to need to halve and peel the onion, slicing those halves into thinner strips. You'll also need coarsely chopped walnuts, and an apple cut into thin slices. Moving on, we're going to caramelize the onion. So add 1 tablespoon of olive oil, the onion, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a pinch of pepper for flavor to a hot pan. And then you just stir this occasionally until the onion is lightly caramelized for about 15 to 20 minutes. So to get the sweetness out of this meal, we're going to candy our walnuts. So to do that, we're placing 1 teaspoon of sugar in a nonstick pan over medium heat, and a tablespoon of water. You can add the walnuts and stir constantly until water has evaporated and the walnuts are shiny and sticky. So this takes about 2 to 3 minutes. Then simply transfer the walnuts to a plate, let them cool for about 5 minutes. Once the walnuts have cooled down, because they are going to be hot, you can break them up into smaller pieces. Now you're ready to bake the flatbread. So we're going to divide the mozzarella cheese evenly onto the flatbreads. I'm making one for myself and one for my boyfriend, Will. So depending on how many people you're making this for, you may need to alter the measurements, but keep that in mind. Then you're also going to place the apples over top and then drizzle each flatbread with about 1 teaspoon of olive oil. Place the flatbreads directly on the oven rack with a prepared baking sheet underneath on the rack below just to catch any drips. And bake the flatbreads until they're golden brown and the apples are tender, so about 10 to 12 minutes. Then the rest is to top off after the flatbread is done cooking. So plate your flatbreads and then add the garnish. So the caramelized onions, walnuts, goat cheese, and arugula, and you are good to go. So this itself is a very big meal. It's super filling, very flavorful and tasty. It's not something that I recommend eating nightly by any means, but it's definitely a good option rather than ordering takeout or other style meals that you could choose for your dinner. Following this example is also really easy and hopefully gives you other ideas on how to create your own healthy flatbreads at home. It's also really fun to do like a date night style cooking together. Will and I have been cooking together obviously a ton recently, trying to save money in our new home. So cooking something like this is a great option to do together. Then I treat myself to a little bit of a dessert later on because we did eat dinner pretty early this night. So this is one of my go-to favorite desserts for guilty pleasure. I actually buy these from Marshall's. They carry them in TJ Maxx, Marshall's, and I've been finding them on clearance everywhere. These are the dizzlicious crunchy drizzle bites. It's kind of hard to say. They're basically little rice cakes that are drizzled with a flavor. This one is s'mores, so this has a dark chocolate flavor over top. These are made with whole grains, quinoa, chia, and flax. These are packed with flavor. They're definitely one of the best flavored rice cakes out there if you are a fan of those. I definitely have a sweet tooth, so I was pleasantly surprised with the flavor of these. So that's everything for today's What I Eat in a Day video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you are a fan of these videos and want me to keep doing them, then be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you're still subscribed to my channel and you hit the bell to turn notifications on so you never miss a new video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.